Good evening and welcome to the Oglala Lakota College Storytelling Hour. This is Brian, Charging Cloud, and I'm coming to you from KILI Radio, KILI 90.1, 88.7 in Rapid City, KILIradio.org on the internet. I want to say good evening to all you workers out there. Some of you are on your way back to Rapid City, Chadron, Rushville, Gordon, and on the road, Highway 18, I-90. Have a real good evening. The days are longer now. There's light out there, so you don't really have to worry about the deers. But be careful, there are deers out there. And I have a few announcements here before I get into my story. I have a story, and whenever I come up here, I always talk about the Lakota language. So I have something on the Lakota language. And before I go too far, I wanted to say good evening to my nephew Paha and his wife Mandy. No news yet, and we are still waiting. And also I'd like to say good evening to Paha's mother. And also to my grandson, Braylon. And thank you for listening. I hear some really good comments, and I always say that you are welcome to come up here. And anytime between 5 and 6, if you want to tell a story, any kind of story, long time ago story, maybe one of those Ikotomi stories, or maybe something humor, you're welcome to come up here and share. Or maybe something on the Lakota language. There's a lot of things happening to revitalize the language. There's always meetings, there's always talk, there's always the schools and the people that are into revitalizing the language. We are always looking like avenues, roads, looking at new things, or maybe go back and look at the old things. Looking at how life used to be, why it's like this, or why it's going to be like that, or who is going to do it to revitalize this language. So there's many things. So if you have something to share, something to help with, and you are welcome. And remember, I always say one Lakota word when I come up here, and that's Okichiapi. Okichiapi is a Lakota word meaning help each other, or help one another, or work together. And when you do use this word, you become, let's see, what's the word? Powerful. Or you can make things happen. You can make thunder, as my cousin would say, instead of, well, you can make a lot of thunder, but you can also make that rain, as my cousin would say. Make it happen. So you're welcome. And also, there are a lot of things coming up. We are now into middle part of April, and there's going to be summits, there's going to be teacher trainings, There's going to be meetings on maybe the like methodology or maybe sharing. So if you are interested in that, check the internet on the Lakota language. Okay, I was checking the calendar before I came up here, and I missed Marilyn's show the other day. I always try to listen to her show on Tuesdays, but right now I'm working, and I cannot listen to KILI radio. I don't get KILI radio where I am, so I don't. It's been a while since I listened to other shows too that I always listen to. I always listen to the housing show with Wilbur. I really enjoy his shows. I always listen to the transit system show, and I always listen to the young ladies that do the show there. I enjoy it. You guys are doing a very good job. And I used to listen to the Thursday morning with Chris and with Chris and that show on 10 o'clock in the morning on Thursdays. I used to enjoy that, but I haven't been able to listen to it. So if you enjoy the other shows that are in Lakota, I always listen to it and I learn from it. I learn words, I learn thoughts, I get ideas, and I also pick up on the humor, because as Lakota people, we are humorous. But I was listening to the Wayne. I think Wayne is still doing that show on Thursday mornings. I'm not sure. Wayne, if you're listening, have a good evening. You too, Chris. I looked at the calendar before I left, and like I said, I missed Marilyn's show, so I don't know the schedule for the college, but last time I looked, last day is on May 9th, and this is April 14th now. So that means there's only like 3 weeks, maybe 3 more classes, maybe 4 at the most. So if you're behind, or if you're doing really good, or if you're doing so-so, just keep going, because education is something that nobody will ever take away from you once you get it. And it opens a lot of roads, opens opportunities, life. So hang in there and finish it out. Okay, and then the other thing that I have here is I was looking at where I work. I think we have 21 more days, and Monday they finished. I think all the schools are finished testing their children. Certain grades take tests, and these are very, very important for the schools, and I hope they do a really good job. And all the teachers, it's a hard job, and you did pretty good. And summer is coming up pretty fast. Like say we will get into May, and all of a sudden it's going to be June. And sometimes we don't really think about it, but we don't plan nothing, and all of a sudden it's going to be June 1st. Pretty soon it's going to be July, and then August, and you start over again. So now is the time to really look at the calendar and see where you want to be, what you want to do. And it's also good for the children, because our school children will be out of school here in another 3 weeks, and they won't have anything to do. And it's up to us, up to the communities, up to the school, up to all the adults to plan something so our children can get involved in real healthy, maybe softball games, maybe summer schools, maybe summer camps, things like that. And I know I used to have 3 boys and that were in school. They are not anymore, but they went to summer camp and they really enjoyed it, and it keeps them busy, and then also they learned something from it. And for myself, June, I'm looking forward to a meeting middle of June. Last year I went to Canada, and I'm going again, and I'm looking forward to that one. And the reason I enjoy that is because on the way up there, I stop in Minot and visit my friend, my old friend that I used to work with. And then from there, we go to Canada and visit friends up there, and they have a good meeting up there on the Lakota language. And then in July will be the starting of the Sundance, and a lot of you will be involved in that. And I'm involved with the Teospy. There's Teospy is that we have active. We have some things coming up, and I will be involved in that too. The other thing is, I just heard, I was talking to my wife, and she mentioned cleanup. Now's the time to clean up your house. And then if you go down the road, I just came down the road, and I'm not going to mention where, but there's a lot of trash out there. And if we clean those up, it'll look really nice. And it's up to all of us. And if we wait, nobody will do it. Just don't wait. Do it yourself. So those are the announcements that I jotted down that I wanted to mention. And I want to thank all of you for listening. Tona anagop tanakabhena. You halila pilamaya. Lechi makata waunashna. Petu yamani. Mazashkan zapta heta mazashkan shak beha. Le oaya wa makatya wa oglala Lakota College api. Daha uchoya ke ohunkanka. Hona ohinya le yapi kile chizim kitkhap ki le evakat elsna takun wopas inesh takun nach henayash no blake. Hona nish ya tuktek te le wams pe chakie ya anagopta na kavina nish ya nach opinaha ta kulila otalehan ianke. De wakhanj dat je dokters ke tronkom pinkha Lakota ya pikile spepikte na trokata ungnash wanjina is nom nais yamani Lakota ya pikte na asna ni blukchailahan kilagmet le chankpepe waya etri ushila ya opsna Petu alata Lakota iwaya. Ungnash no okachni opsna. Ungnash no washitu wa. Chata hel le washitu wo emma bilingual of het das erst no hi. Hoyash. Ja, lul wo enum asna pre. Perseverance up. Hohe. Le Lakota ya puma yahoshka wo el ilagon kichapik le hena le asna hepre perseverance up. I had to persist at Washija. When I isnaku commitment up. I had it takune chanuk te hanta tros el chanuk takehi na ohine chanuk te. That chante Naku le oapre to hantu cash, tokia cash. Le nos takun e pres akihe le nos le مية وكناش نية تكون نيش النقطة أش لناس للا إلا تشامنا واش أغميتي هتشواشنا لنا أشنا perseverance and commitment. If you don't have these, then whatever you do for the language is not going to be powerful. It's not going to be really. It's not going to happen. Go ahead now. What's that? Tohan lechon kupchan ehna ashna presa. Okay. Le nakun le tuktek te loai les ake kakya kumchima khaitcha. Wana khusna mak. Anta is ahitcha watohan vichashna wogalakina. Wana wakhaja ke ha yuhala khoti abshnilo. Na yuta shecha le oyanke kilena le na pe ogana wichala wakte henaktala wana yapi kigalhab. Ash ho ash hitchna le lakho Lakota vichocha kilena one black. Na is ya vichashna via ya lila hena le glhana na is aglukini pikte he le woe revitalization yakile lila glha najipe suta cha is ya le na tohan khchi dokshata kunwas te wan kaktanam chit. He it's no black. Ona lila chalak is ele wala kai kilele ona manale waya wakati ya kile hake okoya amene lai he chatona wala bena ya lila ata ku chanok te hanaglu stampo ona nakunle waya ya enana kya hekile na waya akele amene lil he na is akasi chanrukta tonak chahanan chete is wak paas tenes le Ian was la hekta. Le nawana le ta okoya mening halakt. Na ta ikina kana kel ptaitu ayana kekta kya kukt. Potainecha na kun le hintagana at takuku ichak juktang techa. Le vanash ata tagane chums nyata vanash in taku etchumpi tatkhainsnit. Hier niet zo, kijk daar, dan is ook zo'n gezet waar naar zich hand. Zo'n kiepje, le inana ate, dan na ooit gaat zijn we na tak ook een kiek zo na krijgen we na. Maar dat is wel een speech gechakt. Nee, we na tuk tek daar omani uitgechakt. Dat ook een speech gechakt. Het is ook zo woejuk. Ja, na KILI in bloketu kos. Tak tok hamok daar hebben. He wa hiukto ha yukchama kahina le hecham li waglak. Gnahi laka bloketu hi huniki tak tok hamukta. Heseche hoch wachi omani. Isna ko hoch tuk tekta titaku yukhamekta asna ya. Isna ko hoch tiapi kiapi. Wozupi. Na isna ko taku lila ota yohapi hinavanas ichpeap. Na is weopchap. Heel dank me brengt alle oe haken. Met feitje haktuurlijk een haken. De nooit zes ik bij je op gaan. Ja, nee, kan eigenlijk tellen. Nou, wat geluk had ik toch. Heel wat ziet je hoe een hoorde. Hoorde, dat kon hoorde je maar dan lila taku otata je hap. Kapi. Het han hoop ge stakes dat het goed was le in week hale nice ogle nice ali la takot at en kegena gesugila ocho shit het khosta kukulo hagena matsana ikhfa ya kiktes nizat khilakt Ota haka ata hena yakingstan shit. Nusnya setchel wanie tu tona ata hena yakingstan. Zorge na hapa na ogle. Na pink pa na taku cash. Una na kunle chanku agalagal ata takus kaskaya kehden na kun. Nanaku naku in pahi pizza. Is pahi pizza. Het wenya presni in kapsa. Toen een kapsa mata welke op toen keer en dan gespreid na keer dat ze overlukt. Kon je na tros na Yunnan KILI na war blazen na woiwan kecha. Hecha yelo. Toen na kreka khianis na Ina mishnala oina hecha mahacha Christ. Ontale in woya kama yahahi tahe oblakingte. Now storytelling up woya ke we choya ke up. Talil in ampeha in the woya was chaman hel in mas once per night mit khalon blaka lena takuko blaka lena hechi mahel on Lakota na kunwa shitya in khalil maji awahi tahe likhtato ki oblakingta na le witsuka ya ha le wakia ke mit khaitsu le oblakingta lo kan iza na onke na le oblaking tegle ptechela aya yu ptechela ke karapi tale tkhos wit khoya ke na tuktek ten hoch na khopikte na ha kutal onganas el takuku onganas akat khaktis antoganas na koya chimata makla kakt hatale Lakota ya tkhka ha oblaking in khale we are Sugmani tu thanka op tia. Hele to ha ta ke tuk texter with choya ke kia oyaka. Ona le wa uki heta. Tukteta wa wichara na ka pisha eta wahi. Khahel tiwa hewa. Hechna le tiwa hewa wana elumshni. As helta wana wahemachet Niu, lehal mamblipa haiktam. Nehel trunkashitku, o lexitku ma ena ha I truichu ma hena selon pes, hena uma na elunst. Na hel le in konshitku, na trunkashitku, hena elunst. O as le, we chanson nium kele hunku ki ha I rura etja. In kawayaka na hena le wian le nakhmagli ki le water ki kapi so na se hetse to nes loes tok satachti o pasikta hoin khawana le chete ihani oyate wani tipi kapi ichuha kan riwi chashaki sungmanu ahi Ota Mawichanopi. Manako Lakota Wiyawa Ko Akirlapi Gapi. Kariwi Tasha Tipi Hechia Wiyankile Akipi. Chatitaku Uchakiksi Naha Lila Chateshita Chaha Gapi. Le wian le avalezapi le na kari tasha iza hena kari wian kari tasha kitoki avalezapi na chante yu khamse cha oki ap chimpi chake happy le na wo kile ya piki is wamanu ya piki wakpala hecha inachmishi. As hetsums nihani dokilina hanich te hetsas yukchamcha shina woite hampa doki opachta na hetsa nachmom cha tuktetu okiakap cha hel dok inachme kacha wana watohan tu takap cha le Meni aglagala inachme. Naha uyuk paza cha glichu kapi. Lichu ha shugmani tut khankanum el hipi. Na okshan khlo omanipi kapi. Doki nish hena ktepi ktakechi. Shugmani tut khanka ki washtecha kapi. Kapi cha ob wani choka Wiyohia patakia Dilichupi Kapi Konahena toki le blai opta Meni tukte ekterna kontoki Dila omani shite ash Le shugumai tut khankalena Hogana Glapi cha Uchiha kabi Na onshila kabi Watohan tu yungha irura Tchankan el hippie Hel aglipi Kapi Honale wichoya kumbula kile wahehala Hona Ho ash Oha kabnakun le enana kia takuku Wambalaka hekechi Hel treha Le wani tu chile wani choka hantu. Ocha wanash he le wetu wahe hana cheche. Na hel unhi choha le shugmani tu tchanka kile na woki le pata takuku agli pata ukupi. Kona le nakon hel eta shugmani tu chik alaya umchahena toki obash na wote. Kona tokesh ke wogla kapela kan lakhana kohe woya ke ekta ukia kapi. Petu el watohan tohan oyate nitha ki ye chawa hata ekta achink telo ya ukia ke wian kila. Kacha he wi choya ke ekta wajina ko mblaka ki hel Watoha tuwa wana oyate thawa kilena toki le wokile omani chinila le thanka wokile na cheche hena. Toki oyate thawa hena ye cha. Gelina ha okiaka ke. Wana apetu ke ha to watoha khana cheche. Aching teloyake. Ai Ekta ai pahat khankan kata aina khankuta wichoti gap waheha oblakna ha with some ya wichoya kina kun le wian kile yokshi chakap le chinle sumani tu khankara no pkha on chatoki kigle waheha lila insha yokshi chaske na insha le sumani tu khankara kile yokshi chakap Hawaii hala. Kapi eprina hala avlishtak. Satua le anavo pena kapi ki le na le nish anachompin. Anta ganas eta woables onjiachukt. Na iso manana ko isam nish aslya pina checha. Tamanas le leta takun iachupi hechi lila wopila hecha yelo. The woman who lived with the wolves. The Lakota watohan tukterwi choti gap. Long time ago, the camp had settled down for the winter. Was raided by Crow Indians. The Crows stole many horses and took a Lakota woman back to their camp. The Lakota woman was unhappy staying in a Crow camp. She missed her people. Some of the Crow women saw this and took pity on her. So they warned her that when the man, next time the man go on a hunting trip, they told her to leave. And they prepared food, blanket, and extra shoes. And she hid by the creek near the camp. She hid herself in the bushes along the banks of the creek. While the Lakota woman was hiding, 2 large wolves came upon her. The wolves growled at her and circled around her. The woman thought the wolves were going to kill her, but the wolves treated her kindly and guided her along a path to the east. The wolves led the woman and traveled together and to a rocky place where the wolves lived. And they told her to stay there. And they provided food and told her that one day they will find her people and return her to the Lakota people. So be it. That is the story of the woman who lived with the wolves. Toksha ke inupakia takun wichoya kawanjile hekta wahiwe ha tagani wichoya kabalakist ash leta takuku le wons pemna ektora na kachana toksha watons na yuna ya wakingt na tona na gofta na kablu na la pilama ash lil takun wa kherlish ni hani lil takwa na ku awahi cha tela la kabalak here Washutya Lakota orthography ale khosh Washutya balakta ngadash otos na Lakoti wakt Lakota orthography alkile le khosh Washutya sounds that make up the Lakota language up honale the Lakota orthography kile. There's 26 letters in the English alphabet, but in the Lakota alphabet we only use 20. Okay, we don't use D, F, Q, R, V, and X. And then the ones that we use, there are 5 guttural sounds, and those guttural sounds are the G, H, K, P, and T. Another example of the H guttural sound is Chota or Chaka or Hechaka. The K guttural sound is Hos ko elkt. Naisle T guttural sound kihesh uganas tho elkt. Na P guttural sound kihesh uganas hos muziki he prehi. So these are this is just a real briefly the Lakota orthography, and I was looking at this afternoon, and this is very important, and it is. I never really get into this the orthography part of the Lakota language because it is a complete one lesson, and it's a long lesson because once you do this, then you have to go through all the sounds that these gutturals make, like ri, ra, re, ri, ro, ru. And then you have to explain these to the students. And the other one is the vowels. There's 5 vowels in the Lakota language, and then it's the sounds that are really important in these vowels, like a, e, I, o, u. A like in ate, I like in el, a, e, I like in ishta, and a, e, I, o like in ota, and u like in uwo, uwe, like that. So these sounds are really important, and then also these the next ones, the diacritical marks. These are important too. And this is where you let's see, like the chaka. When we say chaka, then that H is guttural, so you put a dot above that H. And this is going to help a learner, people that learning the Lakota language. And then we have a apostrophe. Apostrophe will be like the dot was guttural. The apostrophe will be, I think we call it glottal stop, like o. If you say it, o, then you put the apostrophe between the P and the O. And then the third one is a dash. And that one, example would be maybe unchi, like the C. You will put a dash above the C, unchi. But I'm going to bring this up again. Maybe in a couple of weeks, I'm going to type it up, and I'll go over this again. But I just wanted to share this and because it is very important. And this Lakota orthography that I just mentioned started, say, in the early 70s, maybe early 80s. And at that time, the Lakota language, let's say advocators, they all decided to use just 3 diacritical marks. And then later on, of course, we have some other orthography. Right now there's 10, I think there's 10 orthography. And right now we all there's one that I think it came from Czechoslovakia, maybe one from Germany, and they all do really good. They all make good books, really good professional publications, but we do have our own orthography. And for me, I used the one that started back in the 70s. And like I say, they're all good. It's up to you, whatever you use. If you want to use the Czech Republic or the German. But me, I speak Lakota, I am Lakota, and I'm going to use the Lakota orthography that started back in the 70s. Leta okoma jike ha ake takuku awona ha takuku iwala. Have a really good evening. Have a safe trip home, and remember the words persevere and commitment when it comes to the Lakota language revitalization. And I want to thank the listeners on the internet too. Thank you.